from the Mississippi Coast Coliseum and Convention Center, the 30th annual Miss USA pageant. To our winner, over $100,000 in cash and prizes.
We knew you were coming, so we baked a cake. Happy birthday, USA, Miss USA, Miss USA, Miss USA.
I'm Janine Ford, Miss USA 1980, and this sandcastle cake symbolizes a special anniversary we're celebrating here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast tonight, where the 30th annual Miss USA pageant is about to start. And right over there, the Mississippi Coast Coliseum and Convention Center, where tonight, my successor will be chosen and crowned. The excitement is starting to build, so let's go right now and meet our special guest star, Donny Osmond.
Good evening. I'm Donny Osmond, and Janine is right about the excitement as we get ready for the start of tonight's show. Our hosts, Bob Barker and Elkie Summer, are making a final check of their notes. Our panel of judges have spent the last week observing and judging our contestants. Now they're about to start the final and crucial part of their jobs. And nobody feels the excitement more than the girls themselves, who all know how important a night in their lives this could be. And I believe they're just about ready to start, so I'll see you a little later.
And here they are from all over the United States, including the District of Columbia, the most beautiful young women in the USA. Guest tonight is one of America's favorite singing stars, Donny Osmond. Miss USA 1980, Janine Ford. And our hosts, first the lovely motion picture and television star, Elkie Summer. And the star of The Price is Right, and one of America's favorite television personalities, Bob Barker. And escorting our ladies, the members of the United States Air Force Academy Cadet Chorale.
Tonight we proud to say we love the USA, and proud of every way it shows. And though it isn't perfect, something in us knows that we are strong. Forgive us if we brag and want to wave the flag, but brother, what a flag to wave. Be brave and speak up for us, join our chorus all together. You, we, live free, 'cause it's our country.
What a country,
we're mighty proud to say,
country,
love the USA, and proud of every
220 million people to the land of our country.
Forgive us if we brag and want to wave the flag, but brother, what a flag to wave. Be brave and speak up for us, join our chorus all together. USA. Yes, it's our country.
Ladies and gentlemen, Here again is our host for this evening, Bob Barker.
Thank you. Thank you very much, and welcome to the beautiful Mississippi Gulf Coast, home of Southern accents, Southern hospitality, and Southern fried chicken, and I have to confess that I love them all. Yes, I do indeed. From all over the United States and the District of Columbia, young women have come here to compete for the title of Miss USA. For the winner, there are prizes totaling more than $100,000 in cash and merchandise, plus the chance to represent her country on July 20th when 80 beautiful young women from all over the world compete in New York for the title of Miss Universe. I hope you at home have your pencils and paper handy so you can do some armchair judging tonight. Our judges here are ready with their computer panels, which electronically register their votes. We'll be explaining the computer voting, the areas of judging, and how you at home will have information on the voting results that even the judges here won't have. All that in a few minutes. But right now, let's meet our candidates wearing their state costumes in the Miss USA Parade of States. Miss Alabama.
Joanne Henderson, Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Miss Alaska.
Shelley Bernard, Fairbanks, Alaska.
Miss Arizona.
Cassie Hill, Phoenix, Arizona.
Miss Arkansas.
Linnea Derryberry, Jerusalem, Arkansas.
Miss California.
Cindy Kirby, Westlake Village, California.
Miss Colorado.
Shannon Davidson, Boulder, Colorado.
Miss Connecticut.
Kelly Thompson, Monroe, Connecticut.
Miss Delaware.
Natalie Ramsey, Wilmington, Delaware.
Miss District of Columbia.
Belinda Johnson, District of Columbia.
Miss Florida.
Valerie Lundeen, Miami, Florida.
Miss Georgia.
Lisa Condrey, Atlanta, Georgia.
Miss Hawaii.
Terry Lynn, Honolulu, Hawaii.
Miss Illinois.
Lori Dukes, Boise, Idaho.
Miss Indiana.
Leslie Renfro, Chicago, Illinois.
Miss Iowa.
Holly Dennis, Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Miss Kansas.
Jennifer Lynn Wimpy, Iowa City, Iowa.
Miss Kansas.
Missy Kaiser, Wichita, Kansas.
Miss Kentucky.
Denise Gibbs, Paducah, Kentucky.
Miss Louisiana.
Lisa Blanche, Shreveport, Louisiana.
Miss Maine.
Judy Lynn Footer, Bath, Maine.
Miss Maryland.
Linda Lambert, Baltimore, Maryland.
Miss Massachusetts.
Joanne Saver, East Bridgewater, Massachusetts.
Miss Michigan.
Karen Edson, Hazel Park, Michigan.
Miss Minnesota.
Holly Peterson, Edina, Minnesota.
Miss Mississippi.
Angela Ashmore from Mississippi State, Mississippi.
Miss Missouri.
Karen Marie Smagas, Fulton, Missouri.
Miss Montana.
Kathy Jolicotti, Billings, Montana.
Miss Nebraska.
LaDonna Hill, Seward, Nebraska.
Miss Nevada.
Mary Lebsock, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Miss New Hampshire.
Cynthia Grace, North Conway, New Hampshire.
Miss New Jersey.
Christy Garthway, Tuckerton, New Jersey.
Miss New Mexico.
Lisa Thevenet, Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Miss North Carolina.
Lisa Swift, Southport, North Carolina.
Miss North Dakota.
Lori Sarnon, Jamestown, North Dakota.
Miss Ohio.
Kim Sealbury, Germantown, Ohio.
Miss Oklahoma.
Stacy Loach, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Miss Oregon.
John Michelle Lewis from Portland, Oregon.
Miss Pennsylvania.
Nina Stone, Bethel Park, Pennsylvania.
Miss Rhode Island.
Patty Rio from Cranston, Rhode Island.
Miss South Carolina.
Dave Turner, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Miss South Dakota.
Joan Abbott, Irene, South Dakota.
Miss Tennessee.
Sharon Steakley, Nashville, Tennessee.
Miss Texas.
Diana Durnford from El Paso, Texas.
Miss Utah.
Tanya Anderson, Orem, Utah.
Miss Vermont.
Jeanette Wolf, Montpelier, Vermont.
Miss Virginia.
Pam Hutchins, Newport News, Virginia.
Miss Washington.
Leila Wagner, Seattle, Washington.
Miss West Virginia.
Kelly Carr from Shear, West Virginia.
Miss Wisconsin.
Dawn Freeman, Kaukauna, Wisconsin.
Miss Wyoming.
Deborah Aspinwall, Riverton, Wyoming.
And I think you will agree you are looking at a group of beautiful ladies, and one of them will be the new Miss USA.
there we go again. It's a live show, folks. That can happen. Our contestants are judged in 3 categories: swimsuits, evening gowns, and personal interviews. Each judge awards each contestant a point score, anywhere from 1, which I don't think is going to happen since all of our girls are so lovely, to 9.9 in each judging event. Each judge has a terminal like this. Now he or she enters a score for each contestant, like, well, I of course would like to give each girl a higher score, so let's say 9.99, right? 9.99. You can see it right here. Then the computer takes each judge's score, adds them together, and tabulates an average or composite score for each contestant. And that score then can be displayed right here on the screen. Now, the judges won't know what you at home will know. Each judge will know only how he or she votes, but the television viewer will be able to see the composite score for each contestant in each event. Incidentally, the monitors you see at various locations around the theater will not carry the scores that appear on your sets at home. And in addition to telling you the scoring leaders, I'll be talking to various people here in the Coliseum and letting you know what's coming up. For example, we have a very special swimsuit event for you, right after this word from Crest Toothpaste. In the past week, our judges have been very busy making judgments and evaluations that will result in the selection of our 12 semi-finalists. Tonight, you will see the competition that will decide which of those 12 will be our 5 finalists and which of those 5 will be the new Miss USA. And as you look at our young ladies in their swimsuits, you'll see the average score each girl received in the preliminary swimsuit competition. Later in the show, we'll be adding in each girl's score in the other 2 areas. And the contestants with the 12 top average scores will be our semi-finalists. Now, if you judges at home have your pencil and paper ready, you can decide if you would agree with our judges right here in one phase of our preliminary judging. Isn't that right, Bob?
It certainly is, Elkie. We're going to look at our beautiful Miss USA contestants in their exciting Miss USA fashion swimsuits from JCPenney as they appeared last week against the lovely background of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. Leslie K. Renfro. Lighthouses are an important part of life on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. This one at the Broadwater Beach Marina serves as background for Miss Nevada, Mary Agnes Lebsack, and Miss West Virginia, Kelly Carr. Now from the northeastern part of the country come Miss Massachusetts, Joanne Savory, and Miss New Jersey, Christy Garthwaite. In the background, you see the Gulf Coast Coliseum, and in the foreground, you see Miss South Dakota, Joan Abbott. Here are Lisa Thevenet, who is Miss New Mexico, and Karen Edson, Miss Michigan. These lovely ladies are Miss Oklahoma, Stacy Loach, and Missy Kaiser, who is Miss Kansas. And before leaving the marina, let's meet Miss Kentucky, Denise Gibbs, and Miss Pennsylvania, Nina Stone. A popular tourist spot in Mississippi is this ancient live oak whose estimated age is 633 years. Considerably younger are these charming contestants, Miss Georgia, Lisa Joyce Condrey, and Miss Delaware, Natalie Ramsey. The structure around the tree is called a shoe fly, and along its walk come Miss Iowa, Jennifer Lynn Wimpy, and Miss Maryland, Linda Susan Lambert. And now let's greet Pamela Hutchins, who is Miss Virginia, and Jeanette Wolf, who is Miss Vermont. Next we have Miss Florida, Valerie Ann Lundeen. And here's Miss New Hampshire, Cynthia Lee Graves. Before we say goodbye to this majestic tree, we say hello to Miss South Carolina, Zayd Denise Turner, and Miss Hawaii, Terry Ann Lynn. Fort Massachusetts lies week, our judges have been making choices and evaluations as they observed each contestant in swimsuit, evening gown, and personal interview competition. The computer has averaged the 3 scores of each young lady and is ready to tell us who our 12 semifinalists will be. As we greet each of our 12 semifinalists, you at home will see on your television screens the cumulative scores they received from our judges. Now, may I have the computer readout, please? Thank you, Mr. Wagner. Before I read these names, let's welcome back our young ladies in their lovely dresses, especially designed for them by Sassoon. Here they are, our candidates for the title of Miss USA. And I want everyone to understand that the names I am going to call are not in any particular order. And good luck to all of you girls. Here we go with the 12 semifinalists, one of whom will become Miss USA. Come on down, Miss Indiana. Watch your television screen at home and you will see her score. On we go with the second semifinalist, who is Miss Tennessee. Number 3 on the list is Miss Arizona. And we want Miss Maryland. The next semifinalist is Miss Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, we're halfway there with number 6. And number 6 is Miss Texas. And how do you folks here with us tonight feel about Miss California? Here comes Miss Louisiana. And we stay in the South for Miss Virginia. In the number 10 spot, we have Miss Ohio. And now there are only 2 names on the list. 2 more girls who have a chance to become Miss USA. And one of them is Miss Alabama. We're down to the last name, ladies and gentlemen, and that last name is Miss Hawaii. Congratulations to all of you semifinalists. One of you will be our new Miss USA.
Well, the results of the week-long judging are in, and the leading score was received by Miss Ohio. She was followed very closely by Miss Louisiana in second place, with Miss Hawaii in third. But that preliminary phase of the pageant is history now. The scoring starts all over again now with everyone even. Bob Barker will be interviewing our 12 semifinalists right after this from Mild Ivory Liquid.
And now the time has come for us to get to know our contestants a little better. I'm going to visit briefly with each of our 12 semifinalists. And at the end of each of these interviews, you at home will see the contestant score for this part of the competition. You'll be looking at the computer's average of the 11 judges' scores. First, let's meet Miss Indiana, who is Holly Dennis, 21 years old, lives in Fort Wayne, attends Indiana University. And what are you studying, Holly?
I'm majoring in interior design and communications.
And what would you like to do in the future?
Well, my immediate goals are I have two internships that have been offered to me, one with Bloomingdale's in New York, and the other one is with an interior design and architectural firm in Chicago. So those are my future plans immediately. And then long-range goals, I would like to someday open my own interior design studio.
Very good. Now, our judges would like to just observe you in casual conversation with me, and I was going to suggest that perhaps we talk about anything you wish. But then something happened during the Parade of States that happened in rehearsal, didn't it?
We seem to have a problem with that.
Now, why don't you tell everyone what our problem seems to be?
I seem to be getting mixed up with Miss Idaho and Illinois in the alphabetical order.
Now, you're a very sweet girl, but that's not what happened. I figured it out, and it's the way that list is typed. My thumb is over Idaho, so I have left Idaho out in the dress rehearsal and on the air, and I want to apologize to the state of Idaho. You have a beautiful girl here. Now, Miss Indiana, one of the girls told me that if I talk with you, I should be sure to bring up the subject of noodles. What's with you and noodles?
Oh, I love noodles. Well, in particular, my grandmother's homemade noodles. They're about the best in the world, and I've learned to make them myself. It's sort of our little family tradition.
Well, if you don't become Miss USA after this plug on CBS, you can go back to Indiana and start selling Grandma's noodles.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
Bob.
you, Miss Indiana. Now, you will see the cumulative score from Miss Indiana. And we will talk with Miss Tennessee, who is Sharon K. Steakley, 24, of Nashville. A graduate of Middle Tennessee State, now a businesswoman. What business are you in?
Well, I'm now the co-director of the American Institute of Modeling in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm in charge of marketing and recruiting, and I also conduct seminars for business women on investment dressing and wardrobing and office etiquette.
Well, you sound busy. What's your average day like?
I have a very busy day. I usually arrive at the office around 8 o'clock in the morning, and I leave anywhere from 10 to 12 o'clock, depending on what classes are, because we also teach different classes like speech and diction, tea room modeling, and formal modeling at the school.
This is 5 days a week?
This is 6 days a week. Sundays I have off, thank goodness.
Well, what about the young men in your life?
Well, I have time for them. I make time.
Tea on Sunday afternoon.
Sometimes Saturday night.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Tennessee. And Miss Arizona, please. Cassie Hill, 23, lives in Phoenix, just graduated from the University of Arizona. And what did you get your degree in?
In public relations and advertising.
And have you started looking for a job as yet?
Right after I graduated, I won the Arizona title. So as of now, I'm Miss Arizona. So when I return to Phoenix, if I return.
If you're Miss USA, it might be a little while before you get back to Phoenix.
Yes, I think so.
Now, I understand that you have someone you want to say hello to tonight.
Yes.
If you were one of our 12
so much.
semifinalists,
Yes.
the
like
word got to me.
Thank you. I'd like to say hello to
Well, why don't you tell us who you're saying hello to?
Okay. Oh, you're making me get upset.
I am? I'm trying to help, but that's the story. It started with Idaho, with my thumb over Idaho.
I hope she's watching. Okay. I'd like to say hello to my girlfriend, Pat Shortle, who is deaf and was my roommate in college. Hi, Pat. I am very excited to be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Arizona. That was very nice. And Miss Maryland, let you and I talk it over. Miss Maryland is Linda Susan Lambert. She's 22. She lives in Baltimore, and she just graduated from the University of Maryland. And what was your major?
Administrative Systems and Computer Science.
And what are you doing now?
Presently, I'm working for the Social Security Administration as a management analyst.
22, and already you're on Social Security.
Not quite.
Now, we have photographers here from all over the United States taking pictures every day. Has it been exciting seeing your picture in the paper all the time?
I haven't made the paper.
Not once?
Not once, but I am on ETV sailing. That was my fun film thing.
Well, what's been the most fun for you? What have you enjoyed most here at the pageant?
I feel my main highlights have been visiting the host city, making many personal appearances, and meeting Mr. Bob Barker.
Miss Maryland, I don't want to influence the judges, but I want you to know this is a young lady of rare good taste with whom I am talking. Thank you, Miss Maryland.
Thank you.
We are ready now to talk with Miss Georgia. Miss Georgia is Lisa Joyce Condrey. She is 20. She lives in Atlanta. She's a sales manager in a department store. And what is your ambition for the future?
To be president of Macy's, so he better watch out and move over.
Is that what you'd
That's
like
right.
to do? Now, in the Parade of States, your state costume was a football uniform.
Yeah, it's the Georgia Bulldog football outfit. And my boyfriend plays for Georgia Tech. I'm sorry.
You were wearing the Georgia University and you were wearing number 34.
But I wore a little yellow jacket on my sash so that he would know that they were represented too.
I didn't notice the little yellow jacket.
He did, I'm sure.
Number 34 is Herschel Walker?
Yes, his opponent, because Herschel's a running back and my boyfriend is a defense.
He's a defensive back?
Yeah, strong safety.
Is your boyfriend here?
Yes, he's up there in the balcony.
He saw that number 34 on you and chased you all the way to Mississippi, probably.
Right.
Huh? Well, you look very cute in it, and I thank you, Miss
Thank
Georgia.
you. I'd like to say one thing.
Would you say it?
Happy birthday, Mom.
There you go. Before we go on here, I'd like to say happy birthday to all the moms and hello to all the other people in Arizona. Now, let's talk with Miss Texas. Miss, howdy. Miss Texas is Diana Durnford. She's 22. She lives in El Paso, and she has been attending the University of Texas in El Paso. And, Diana, when did you decide that you would like someday to be Miss Texas?
Ever since I can remember, it's been a dream of mine, and I was quite persistent in it. I was a rerun this year, I like to tell everyone. I was second runner-up last year, and I believed I could do it, and I came back. And I had good fortune this year.
And you're Miss Texas, and how long have you been Miss Texas? How many months?
10 months. Texas being number one.
What exciting things have happened to you in the 10 months that you've been Miss Texas?
Well, I'll tell you. I have learned so many things. I have been on the road 95% of the time ever since I won. Just on the road 2 weeks, home for 2 days, off again, and it's been a wonderful experience. I've learned how to ride the mechanical bull, and I haven't fallen.
I have seen the schedule. If you become Miss USA, the first trip that Miss USA makes is to Texas.
Is that
so
right?
you'll get to go home.
Oh, that's wonderful.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know that's true. Thank you, Miss Texas. See her score, and those are the first 6 of our semifinalists. Maybe one of them will become Miss USA tonight.
On our 30th anniversary pageant, it's only right that we look at the 29 lovely young women who have worn the Miss USA crown before. And while we're looking, here are some notes. 16 states have sent eventual winners to the pageant over the years. Of tonight's semifinalists, 6 could be the first Miss USA from her state. The state that has sent the most USAs, are you wondering? Well, I'm going to tell you. The answer is Illinois with 4. California and Hawaii are tied for second place with 3 each. 5 of our winners have gone on to become Miss Universe. And now, let's look at some of the magical moments when our winners got the news. Wendy Dascom of Virginia was succeeded by Debbie Shelton, also of Virginia, one of 2 times that a state had consecutive winners. Pennsylvania's Michelle McDonald, Tanya Wilson of Hawaii, Amanda Jones of Illinois was part of our other double. She was followed by Karen Morrison, also of Illinois. California's Summer Bartholomew was just a little excited. Barbara Peterson of Minnesota is here tonight. And so is Kim Tomes from Texas. This is Judy Anderson from Hawaii. Marie-Therese Friel is one of our judges this evening. And here are 2 Miss USAs. Sean Weatherly of South Carolina held the title until July when she won the Miss Universe title and was succeeded by first runner-up Janine Ford of Arizona. And you'll be seeing both of them a little later too. And we'll be back with more of our interview competition after this from Comfortable Diaper Loves.
Now we've had a chance to visit with 6 of our semifinalists. We're going to learn something about the other 6, beginning with Miss California, who is Cindy Kirby, 18 years old, of Westlake Village, and attends Gura High School. And I think you should tell our audience about the things you have already won at our pageant, Miss California.
Well, I was fortunate enough to win the Miss Amity Award, which was voted by the girls for the friendliest girl, and I was very honored by that. And then I was a double winner. I won the Miss Photogenic, and that was voted by all of the photographers that we had during the 2 weeks that we've been here.
That's right.
And that was just a bonanza having both of those.
I should think so. If you go home and you should, if you do not become Miss USA and someone asks, did you win the Miss USA crown, you can say, no, but I won everything else, because you had.
Well, I was a lucky girl.
Now, I live in California, so I know that high school is still in session there. Did you bring books with you? Are you studying while you're here?
Well, I have to admit that I did bring a half of a suitcase full of books, and I did open a book, but I haven't got around to doing all of my assignments.
You did make quite an impression on Donny Osmond's little 2-year-old son, I understand.
Well, unfortunately, he didn't like me too much, but I loved him, so...
She picked him up during one of the rehearsals, and he burst into tears, and I loved your line. She turned to Miss Arizona, and she said, I blew it as a babysitter. That's why I had to start entering beauty pageants. Thank you, Miss California.
Thank you, Bob.
We're ready for Miss Louisiana, who is Lisa Moss, 23, of Shreveport, attends University of Texas Health Science Center. And what do you study?
Hello, Bob. I'm pursuing my PhD degree
You're in graduate school?
Microbiology. Yes, I'm in graduate school.
And
attending in
what do you hope to do when you finish your studies?
What I would eventually like to do is head up a research lab for an industrial firm.
I think that would be very, very interesting. Now, you have a little brother running around here at the rehearsals named Perry.
Yes, he's 11 years old, and he's taken a liking to Bob Barker.
He's my buddy. And I have discovered that he's collecting an awful lot of your autographs, isn't he?
Yes, he's...
And what does Perry do with those?
He's quite an intelligent little boy. He takes my autographs, and he takes them to school with him and sells them for a dime. And I asked him, I said, why not a quarter? He says, Lisa, you're lucky. I got a dime. I asked a nickel the first time.
And I'm having a talk with her brother because I have some Bob Barker autographs that are not moving. And I'll take a nickel. Thank you, Miss Louisiana. I'd like to talk with you, Miss Virginia. She is Pamela Hutchins. She is 22. She lives in Newport News, Virginia. Pamela is a graduate of Duke University with a degree in political science, and what are you doing now?
Right now, I've just completed my first year of law school at Pepperdine University in Malibu, California.
And what kind of law would you like to specialize in, Miss Virginia?
Well, I'm very interested in contract law, taking into account that I've only completed my first year, and soon I'll discover some other interests also. But contract law, as in with modeling or entertainment, possibly.
Mm-hmm. Now, as I have said, our judges want to know more about you personally and casual conversation. What are your hobbies?
Well, I was a swimmer for quite a while when I was younger, on the athletic side, and I enjoyed tennis. I also love to play the piano. And one other thing, I love art, both visually and doing it myself.
Well, you sound as if you're a very active young lady. I can see you someday on the Supreme Court, in your robe with your tennis togs on under the robe, ready to get out in the courts in a hurry.
Perhaps.
Thank you, Miss Virginia. Now let's meet Miss Ohio. She is Kim Seelbreed. She is 20. She lives in Germantown. She's a model, and she works in a modeling school as well. Now tell us about your work in the modeling school.
First, I started as a professional model for a very fine agency in Southern Ohio. And the president of the agency one day came up to me and said, Kim, hey, we're starting a new studio, and would you be interested in teaching? And I said, sure. That's how it started.
So you are now a teacher.
Right.
Now, all the girls here at the pageant have roommates. With whom are you sharing a room?
Miss Texas.
Miss Texas, who has already told me that there are Texans everywhere. Has she told you about Texas? Does she talk about Texas a lot?
I'm well aware of it.
What has she told you about Texas?
She says that they're the finest people on earth, and they're very hospitable, very kind.
Is that all she said?
She said, most importantly, they're very proud of where they come from.
Well, hasn't she told you about the Alamo?
No.
Or Big D?
No.
Or Earl Camel?
No.
I think your roommate is Miss Oklahoma. You're not... Thank you, Miss Ohio.
Thank you.
Miss Alabama, would you come over and talk with me? She is Joanne Henderson. She is 21. She lives in Tuscaloosa, and she just graduated from the University of Alabama. And what did you major in?
Public relations.
And what is your job situation?
Well, as of tomorrow, I become an unemployed person. Right now, all I do is I'm a contestant in the USA pageant, and I'm going to begin interviews with different companies when I get back.
I see. What would you like to do eventually?
Be a PR person for a corporation.
Uh-huh. Now, you are engaged to be married, are you not?
That's right.
Yes. Was your groom-to-be pleased when you became Miss Alabama?
Oh, he's pleased with me at anything I do. If I was to, if I wanted to be a bullfighter, he'd buy my red cape for tomorrow.
The married women in the audience are laughing at that last remark. Yeah. Is the groom here?
I hope so. He hasn't called me yet, but I think he's here.
He's not even married yet, and he's still not reporting in.
I know it. I've got to do something about that.
Thank you, Miss Alabama. We will see Miss Alabama's score, and we will talk with Miss Hawaii. Miss Hawaii is Terry Ann Lynn. She is 20 years old. She lives in Honolulu. She's a model, and she's taking extension courses at the University of San Diego. What are you studying?
Well, I'm recently just transferred this last semester to Chaminade University, and I'm a professional model during the day, and then I go to night school. So I
What are
lead
you
a busy
studying?
life. Well, I'm trying to get a degree in drama right now.
Now, in your bio, you said you like pets, you like tennis, and you're interested in nutrition. What pets do you have?
Well, I have a little Maltese. And
What's
as a
his
matter of fact, I got him from Judy Anderson, who was the 1978 Miss
That's
USA.
right. What's the little
Oh, her
man's
name is Nellie Kamikimaka, because I got her in my stocking on Christmas morning.
What is her name?
Nellie Kamikimaka.
What does that mean?
Merry Christmas.
Well, that's very sweet. I can hear you now. Come, Melly.
Nellie Kamikimaka.
And the neighbor sticks his head out the window and says, and a Happy New Year to you, huh? Thank you, Miss Hawaii. Now, you've had a chance to meet our 12 semi-finalists, and I'm wondering if you at home have changed your minds about your earlier selection. Or are you more confident than ever?
Well, the interviews are over and the computer has given us our scoring. The leader is Miss Ohio, followed by Miss Louisiana. In third place, Miss California. The competition to determine the 5 finalists has 2 important parts: swimsuit and evening gowns, yet to be judged. And we'll be hearing a song from our special guest, Donny Osmond, and we'll meet our judges when we come back after this word from Keme for a more beautiful complexion.
Since he's talented, exciting, and handsome, it really isn't too surprising that he's an international star. With that description, it also isn't too surprising that I'm talking about our special guest, Donny Osmond.
Baby, there's a chance you ought to take, a chance of a mistake you gotta make. Maybe I'm mistaken too, to take my chance with you. I need you like a shadow, need the light. I follow you like morning follows night. Nothing's left ahead of you, I'll be right behind you. Shadows disappear at night. We both know it's a shame if you should lose one. Why is it so hard to find? Tell me that you're right here too, baby. Come on, baby, please don't go. I know heart and stone and you know it. Why is it so hard to do? Tell me that you're right there too, baby. One step baby. One step closer. I'll be there, baby. I'll be one step, baby.
Thank you very much. Our judges have the responsibility of selecting Miss USA. And even though I have no way of knowing how they'll vote, I have had the opportunity to see how seriously they take their assignment. Their decisions are very important to each and every one of these beautiful young ladies, and I congratulate the judges for never losing sight of that. Now let me introduce our panel of judges. In his 2nd season in the National Football League, he caught more passes than any wide receiver in his team's history. From the San Francisco 49ers, Dwight Clark. From his days as a child prodigy, his piano artistry has entertained millions. And his new book is called I Really Should Be Practicing. Gary Graffman, ladies and gentlemen. A top professional model, ambassador for the National Safety Council, and Miss USA 1979. Mary Therese Frail. The co-editor of the People page of the New York Daily News and of the syndicated People exclusive page, which appears in 35 newspapers, Phil Rora. Grand opera, concerts, nightclubs, musical comedy, and television have all served as showcases for the thrilling voice of the lovely international singing star, Patrice Munsel. Longtime star of television's Days of Our Lives and Land of the Lost, as well as numerous motion pictures. Currently starring in theaters throughout the country in his own production of Bus Stop, Wesley Ure. Columnist for the New York Post, Goodwill Ambassador for 5 United States presidents, and author of the just published book, Strictly for Laughs, Joey Adams. A truly talented singer who is also currently hosting the nationally syndicated show, Today's Black Woman, Freda Payne, ladies and gentlemen. Our next guest, the co-host of TV's Wild Kingdom, is preparing to open a new animal park called Jim Fowler's Wild Country. He is, of course, Jim Fowler. An author, syndicated columnist, world traveler, and radio and television personality, a lady who has fit all of those descriptions, is Cindy Adams. And our final judge has been a dominant force in American magazines for the past 25 years. Currently editor-in-chief of Good Housekeeping, John Mac Carter. Thank you very much, judges.
Sorry, just helping out a little here. As you can see, we're in the semi-finalist dressing room where they're getting ready. It's all tucked in, don't worry about it. Where they're getting ready for the swimsuit competition, which is coming up next. And this here is Miss
Indiana.
Hello, Miss Indiana. And I wonder if you can tell us what you're feeling right now.
A lot of excitement. It's pretty busy back here and hectic, but I'm all ready to go back out there again.
You're all ready to go back out? Tell me, what were you thinking when you were waiting for Bob Barker to interview you?
Well, I was just thinking about all the people who have wished me so many good lucks and all the well-wishers and just appreciating all that and feeling very secure in all that.
Well, that's very nice to hear. Tell me, what has been the biggest surprise in the pageant for you so far?
Well, I think all of the excitement of the big stage and all the crew and just the way everything is so professional. It's
I know.
very exciting.
Isn't it? Yeah, I think so too. Tell me, I mean, we all have them. What about nerves?
They're there, but I think they're under control.
I'm glad for you. Well, ladies, I'll keep my fingers crossed for all of you. Good luck in the swimsuit competition, which will be coming up next, right after this word from DeCatherine.
At this time, I would like to thank the Governor and Lieutenant Governor of Mississippi on behalf of all of us for the hospitality shown us during our stay. And please welcome Governor William F. Winter and his wife, Elise. And with them, Lieutenant Governor Brad Dye and his wife, Donna. Lieutenant Governor Brad Dye without his wife, Donna. It's a pleasure to have you with us, gentlemen. There are 3 competitions that will narrow our 12 semifinalists down to 5 finalists. The first was the interviews. The second, the swimsuit competition, is about to begin. Each contestant will appear in their swimsuit, and each judge will enter an individual score into the computer. The computer will tabulate those scores, come up with an average for each young lady, and that will be shown instantly to you folks at home. Here now, 12 of America's loveliest young women in the Miss USA swimsuit competition. Miss Indiana.
Holly is 21 years old with brown hair and blue eyes. She weighs 118 pounds, and she's 5 feet 9 inches tall.
Miss Tennessee.
Sharon's eyes are blue and her hair is brown. She's 24 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall, and weighs 120 pounds.
Miss Arizona.
Twenty-three-year-old Cassie is 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighs 125 pounds. Her hair is blonde and her eyes are dark brown.
Miss Maryland.
Linda has green eyes and brown hair. At 22, she's 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 120 pounds.
Miss Georgia.
Twenty-year-old Lisa is 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 110 pounds. Her hair is light brown and her eyes are green.
Miss Texas.
Diana is 22 years old and has dark brown hair and eyes. She's 5 feet 7 inches tall and weighs 108 pounds.
Miss California.
At 18, Cindy is 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 120 pounds. She's a blue-eyed blonde.
Miss Louisiana.
Lisa has blonde hair and dark brown eyes. She stands 5 feet and 8 inches tall and weighs 116 pounds. Lisa is 23 years old.
Miss Virginia.
Pamela is a brown-eyed blonde. At 22, she's 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighs 125 pounds.
Miss Ohio.
Kim stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighs 113 pounds. Her hair is blonde and her eyes are dark brown.
Miss Alabama.
Joanne has brown eyes and light brown hair. At 21 years of age, she's 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighs 118 pounds.
Miss Hawaii.
20-year-old green-eyed blonde. She's 5 feet and 8.5 inches tall and weighs 122 pounds.
Here are the 12 semifinalists in tonight's swimsuit competition.
Now, how did your opinion compare with that of our judges in the swimsuit competition, huh? They gave the best score to Miss Ohio, with second place going to Miss Louisiana and third place to Miss Hawaii. And we'll be back with more of the Miss USA pageant after this word from delicious Dunkenheim cake.
To be named Miss USA carries with it great prestige, as well as an opportunity to take part in the Miss Universe pageant to be held in New York on July 20th. But there are other rewards, too. Miss USA will receive $10,000 in cash and each of these sensational prizes. Miss Universe Shawn Weatherly models a Canada Majestic mink coat, recognized by many fur buyers the world over as the finest of the finest, a natural Canadian beauty designed by Natural Furs Canada. For her many public appearances, Miss USA will receive from Zales, the diamond store, America's favorite jeweler, this specially designed diamond and gold pendant. Sassoon Sportswear is modeled on the beach in front of the Biloxi Hilton and at the Royal d'Iberville Hotel Beach by Shawn Weatherly and Tina Rayburn. In addition to a sports wardrobe, Sassoon awards our winner a $5,000 cash prize. Miss USA also receives a fast, new 16.5-foot sport boat, model S1, with a 140 horsepower engine from the Monarch Boat Company. Along with a $5,000 cash award, our new Miss USA will receive a 5-year supply of their cosmetics from Maybelline. In her many travels as Miss USA, she will enjoy the high performance of this fashion luggage from Sassoon, who will also present her with a $5,000 cash award. High performance in cars, she'll have the quickness, quality, and comfort of her new sports car, the Mazda RX-7. All these prizes are waiting for the new Miss USA. The ability to sing or dance is not a factor in the competition for Miss USA, but singing and dancing are both important parts of our pageant, and the young ladies seem to enjoy that every year. This year, they've prepared a special production number saluting an old American favorite in a modern and up-to-date setting. They salute the cowboy, both the range rider and the urban variety, with special help from our guest star, Donny Osmond. Ladies...
country boy like we can't hack. It's early to rise, early in the sack. Oh yeah, I'm a country boy. Well, the simple kind of life never done me no harm. Raising me a family and working on a farm. The days are all filled with an easy country charm. Oh yeah, I'm a country boy. Well, I got me a fine wife, I got me old fiddle. The sun's coming up with my cake song riddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Oh yeah, I'm a country boy.
Again with Sean Weatherly, Miss Universe. Hi, Sean.
Hi, Aki.
And we were talking about the 2 weeks that the contestants spent here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast preparing for the pageant. Boy, it is a lot of work, isn't it, Sean?
That's right, Aki. You can bet it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, too. I'd like to show you what I mean.
Okay, I'd like to see it. Let's go.
Car racing is a big sport in the South, so the contestants tried a miniature version of it and had a wonderful time. It was all in fun, but they really bore down, jockeyed for position, and when it was over, the checkered flag indicated there was a winner. The Easter Seals campaign staged a roll-a-thon to raise money, and the young ladies were delighted to be a part of it. They skated with youngsters, by themselves, and in groups, and combined a lot of fun with help for a worthy cause. Now that's a close-up. At the Eight Flags Park, the South turned into the Old West, complete with good guys and some bad guys. Naturally, the contestants rooted for the good guy, and you just know he wouldn't let them down. Look who dropped in. One thing the contestants look forward to is a makeup clinic held every year by Maybelline. No, that's not me, that's Miss Hawaii. Is makeup important? Here's a before and after look. This year's contestants might have been the first workers in the history of Gulfport Harbor to wear Sasson sportswear while unloading a banana boat. Did they enjoy it? They told me they went bananas. On the beautiful waters of the Gulf of Mexico, some of the young women treated themselves to the fun of a sailboat. Don't they make a pretty picture? Both the ladies and the boats. Meanwhile, some others decided to go out on the bayou and do some fishing, but the fish were late and the ladies cooled their heels. And still others tried some water skiing, which is a little smoother and a little easier if you stand up on the skis. Miss Washington, who is a professional bowler, showed us smoothness on the lanes at Keesler Air Force Base. Miss South Carolina showed us the enthusiasm of the amateur. And Miss Nebraska showed us determination, like in never let go. And out on the airstrip at Keesler, 800 airmen gave a most impressive salute to the 30th anniversary of the Miss USA pageant. Take it from me, pageant time is fun.
While most of the pressure is felt by the contestants, there's also a certain excitement felt by every member of our production staff and stage crew. For this is not Tabo, no. You're looking at live television, which is both very exciting and rare. Over there, for instance, a big piece of scenery is being put in position. Down there, the patterns for our lighting are controlled. We call it the dimmer board. And now, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you a little magic. Remember those dancing waters that you saw early in the show? Well, I'm going to give them to you again. Bobby, would you please give me the dancing waters? And there they are. Isn't that nice? Thank you, Bobby. Oh, yes, it is busy back here, and it is very, very exciting. We have only one more part of our competition for the semi-finalists, and that will be coming up right after this word from Crest Toothpaste.
The final stage of our semi-finalist competition is about to start. Each semi-finalist will model an evening gown of her own choosing, and our panel of judges will give her a score based on poise, charm, and her flair for fashion. That score, tabulated and averaged by our computer, will be shown instantly to you at home. After the evening gown segment, the contestant scores in all 3 categories of competition will be totaled and averaged. The young ladies with the 5 highest scores will be our finalists. Escorting and serenading our evening gown contestants will be cadets from the United States Air Force Academy at Colorado Springs. Ladies and gentlemen, the Miss USA Evening Gown Competition, Miss Indiana. Miss Arizona. Miss Maryland. Miss Georgia. Miss Texas. California. Miss Louisiana. Miss Virginia. Miss Ohio. Miss Alabama. Miss Hawaii.
Wasn't that just beautiful? And here's the way the scoring went in the evening gown competition. Top scorer was Miss Ohio, followed by Miss Louisiana, and in third place was Miss Hawaii. Now the voting to decide who will be our 5 finalists is all over. The contestants, the judges, everyone here and all of you at home are waiting with bated breath for an answer that is locked up right now, deep inside the computer. In only a few moments, we'll learn the name of our 5 finalists. Right now, let's pause for this message on behalf of New Secret Roll-On.
From among the thousands and thousands of young women all over America who entered the Miss USA competitions, the number now is down to 5. And one of those 5 will wear the title Miss USA. Which 5 will it be? Well, you can compare your choices with those of our judges right now, and you folks at home will instantly be able to see the final composite score each contestant received. Now, may I have the computer results, please, Mr. Wagner? Thank you. Good luck, semifinalists. We're going to name the 5 finalists right now. The first name on the list is Miss Louisiana. You'll see her composite score, and I will call upon Miss California. The next name on the list is Miss Ohio. finalist number 4, ladies and gentlemen, is Miss Hawaii. And now the last name on the list of 5 finalists. That last name is Miss Indiana. Congratulations, finalists. One of you 5 young ladies will be in New York this July to carry the title of Miss USA in the Miss Universe pageant.
Now we have reached the closing stages of our search for the new Miss USA. And you can really feel the tension starting to build here in the Coliseum. Previous scores decided who would get this far. Those scores, which you just saw, have been wiped out. And right now, all 5 finalists are even. The decision is in the hands of the judges, who will be guided in part by how each contestant answers the question she's about to be asked. The voting again will be done by computer. Bob?
Thank you, Elkie. I am now going to ask each of our 5 finalists the same question. While they're giving their spontaneous and unrehearsed answers, the judges will continue their evaluation of our contestants, one of whom will be the new Miss USA. While waiting their turn to be asked the question, our contestants will remain in a completely soundproof isolation booth where they will be unable to hear anything that is said here on stage. Now, Miss Louisiana, would you step right down here, please? We'll begin with you. And would you 4 step into the isolation booth back here, please? Barbara Peterson, our Miss USA of 1976, will help them into the isolation booth. She will close the door. And Miss Louisiana, your question is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
First of all, I would tell her to try her best to be very natural, very spontaneous, and most of all, very honest, because I think the judges need a very honest person of true integrity.
And maybe bring her brother Perry along. Thank you, Miss Louisiana. Right over there, will you please? Now, Miss Hawaii. Miss Hawaii, would you step out here? There you are. Miss Hawaii, the question is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
I'd tell her, keep smiling, be yourself, and do your best.
Very good. Would you step right over here, please? And now, Miss California. Miss California out here. Miss California, the question I'm asking is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
Well, this is a perfect situation because I have a younger sister that probably will be in Miss California next year. I would say just enjoy yourself like I have and gain the friendships and have fun.
Very good. Miss California, right here, please. And Miss Ohio. Now, Miss Ohio, the question is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
First of all, I tell her just number one, most importantly, be yourself. I think that's the most important thing. And if, you don't fit the shoe, then I'm sure somebody else does. But most importantly, be yourself. I think that's most important.
All right, Miss Ohio, right here, please. And Miss Indiana, would you step out here with me? A question that I have asked the other 4 young ladies is, your sister or best friend has been chosen for the 1982 Miss USA pageant, and she comes to you for advice. What would you tell her?
I would just tell her to go into the pageant with a very positive and open mind, and to be open to very many suggestions, whether it's critical or favorable, because there's always people there to help you. And that it's a fantastic opportunity and an excellent experience, and that she should just enjoy it and have fun and be there to make friends.
Thank you, Miss Indiana. Right there. We've now moved a little closer to finding out who will be the next Miss USA.
The current Miss USA, Janine Ford, is from Arizona. And as you can clearly tell by my accent, I am from California. And we both have been very impressed with the beauty and tradition of Mississippi. Now, Janine took a quick aerial trip around the state, and we're going to share it with her right now if you want to. Have a look.
Thank you, Elkie. It's yours in Mississippi is an advertising slogan used here in Mississippi, the hospitality state. As you're about to see, several musical forms had their roots in this state and have become the foundation of American music today. Mississippi is one of the great agricultural states. Chief among its crops is cotton. And something else that grew in Mississippi was music, all kinds of music. Here at the Floorwood River Plantation, located in Greenwood, we've stopped to listen to what they call the Delta Blues. The music that moved up the Mississippi and branched off to become the American art form known the world over as jazz.
Out here, the strange voice said, "Get away, you can't come in here no more," but that's all right. I know you love some other man, but that's all right. Every now and again, I wonder who gonna love you tonight. Oh, yes, I do, baby.
This museum, located here in Meridian, is dedicated to a native of Meridian, America's blue yodeler, the singing brakeman, and the father of country music, Jimmie Rodgers.
Oh, I had to quit railroading. We didn't agree at all. There was always something wrong with the Southern Cannonball. Yodelee, yodelee, yodelee.
In 1978, when the government started honoring performing artists on postage stamps, Jimmie Rodgers was the first one to be selected. While Jimmie Rodgers is the father of country music, the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley, was born in 1935 in this house, located here in Tupelo. The blues and country music inspired Elvis to develop his own unique musical style, which took on such strength that he dominated a special part of the musical world. He was known to everyone, everywhere, by just his first name, Elvis.
With me here are two young women who have something in common besides their good looks. Both of them at various times held the title of Miss USA. They are Barbara Peterson. Hello, Barbara.
Hi.
And Kim Tomes Duffy. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Another former Miss USA, Marie-Therese Friel, is one of our judges tonight. We want to put you ladies on the spot a little bit here, okay? Now, you've been watching the pageant. I mean, you have been through it yourself, right? So you qualify as experts, one might say. We want to ask each of you a question. Now, Barbara, if you were the judge, who would you vote for?
I certainly am glad I'm not a judge this year, but it makes me kind of want to go back up there and try myself, so I don't know. We'll have to find out. I guess I'd like to run for re-election.
Would you? I can't blame you. And Kim, what is your opinion?
Well, I've been thinking real hard, and I've narrowed it down to 5 girls. Miss Indiana, Ohio.
Very diplomatic. Very good, very good. Okay, now we'll see how your opinions stack up with those of our judges in just a little while. But before that, a closer look at our 5 finalists and another song from Donny Osmond when we come back after this word from Folgers Crystals.
Now, during that last message, this audience, everyone was shouting out, the one of the 5 finalists they believed should be the new Miss USA. Who do you think should win? You see, it's just like every Miss USA pageant, there is definitely a difference of opinion, isn't there? There is indeed. Well, it's time now for another look at the loveliness of our 5 finalists. The judges will be checking closely an additional aspect to aid in their evaluation: facial beauty. With the aid of monitors, the judges will be treated, as you will at home, to close-ups of our 5 finalists. While this is taking place, each judge, at a designated time, will register his individual vote for each contestant. The judges will vote in order of their preference. That is, the judge will press number 1 for his choice for the winner, number 2 for first runner-up, and so forth. And while we're looking at the beautiful faces of our finalists, we'll be treated to the voice of our special guest, Donny Osmond. Miss Louisiana.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometimes, and I want to spend some time with you, and just the 2 of us, we can make it if we try. Just the 2 of us, just the 2 of us, just the 2 of us, building castles in the sky. Just the 2 of us, you and I.
Miss California. Miss Ohio. Miss Hawaii. Thank you, ladies, and thank you, Donny Osmond. Now the judge's job is done, but for the rest of us, the anticipation just keeps building.
Right now, the representatives of the accounting firm Ernst & Winnie are preparing a card on which they listed the judge's final decision, after which Bob Barker will tell us the name of the new Miss USA and her runners-up. And that'll happen when we come back after this word from All Temperature Cheer.
In a few moments, our new Miss USA will be crowned. But before that happens, all of us associated with the pageant want to say thank you to our reigning Miss USA, Janine Ford, and congratulate her on a job beautifully done. Her successor will have a tough act to follow. Before we find out who that successor will be, we'd like to have Janine make the traditional walk and deliver her words of farewell. here is our reigning Miss USA, Janine Ford.
A person is the sum total of every experience she has ever had, the places she has been, and the people she has encountered. In all those areas, I have been most fortunate. I'd like to thank everyone involved with the Miss USA pageant, the people in Gilbert, Arizona, my friend Donna Kenny, and especially my parents. To my successor, my hope is that she can absorb and hold all the special and really beautiful moments that this year can offer. And to the first runner-up, you never can tell. Thank you.
I have just been handed our final computer tabulation results listing our 4 runners-up at Miss USA of 1981. Before I read it, I want to say to our 5 finalists that we would be happy and proud to have any one of you as Miss USA. Now, I shall read the names in reverse order. That is, I will begin with the 4th runner-up. The 4th runner-up is Miss Hawaii. Congratulations. The 3rd runner-up is Miss California. I'm sure California is very fine. The 2nd runner-up is Miss Louisiana. Miss Louisiana, I'm sure that Terry and your family and friends are proud of you.
I think they are. Thank you.
Now, will both of you step right down here, please? One of you, I can tell that there is still a difference of opinion, isn't there? One of you is about to become Miss USA. The other will be the first runner-up. Now, that is a position that's very important because if for any reason Miss USA cannot fulfill her obligation for the entire year, then the first runner-up will become Miss USA. As Janine Ford just said a moment ago, you never can tell when you're first runner-up. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to read the name of the first runner-up and then the name of Miss USA. The first runner-up is Miss Indiana. Miss Ohio is Miss USA. Congratulations. Here's your sash. Here's Kim Combs, another former Miss USA, with your bouquet and your crown from Janine. Congratulations, Kim. Kim Sealbree is our new Miss USA. And Kim, you've won all the cash awards, you've won all the magnificent prizes, and in July, you will represent the United States in the Miss Universe pageant in New York City. And as your predecessor, Janine Ford, reads the Miss USA creed, will you step out and show everyone how happy you are to be Miss USA?
We, the young women of the USA, believe people everywhere are seeking peace, tolerance, and mutual understanding. We pledge to spread this message in every way we can, wherever we go.
on behalf of my new Miss USA, Kim Seal-Breed, who just a moment ago was Miss Ohio, and myself, this is Bob Barker, thanking you for being with us and saying good night, everybody.
No. Is there anything lovelier to watch than the sight of a dream come true? Well, that's what you're looking at right now. You'll see our new Miss USA again when CBS televises the Miss Universe pageant from New York City live on Monday night, July 20th. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for being with us tonight. We look forward to seeing you from New York. Good night. God bless.
July 20th for the Miss Universe pageant live from New York City. Portions of this program were recorded.
Mighty proud to say we love the USA and proud of every way it shows.